this is Isabel. So quick video today on networking during this challenging time that we're in. And I want to give you a few tips so that you can go past that. So in my recent conversations, I realized that if you listen to what people say about what's going on right now, there's this idea that networking is not possible because we are going online and therefore it's not creating the space to do it and it's complicated. Now, if I had asked the same people 2 years ago, what's your challenge in networking, they would have probably said, like, well, I don't know the right people, I don't know where to go. So there's always going to be an excuse of why people are not networking. At the same time, I could argue there's places like Clubhouse in your iPhone. There's an app called Clubhouse where it's just growing and people are on there making connections and it's really super popular. So when some people are still stuck with the idea that they can't network because things are a bit at the standstill right now, at least in the physical world, other people are making millions because they understood that apps like Clubhouse could make them rich. So you just have to understand that when you think you're stuck in something, there's other people that see it as an opportunity and will run with it. So you have to think more about in terms of opportunities right now, that there's probably some things you could do in networking that other people are not thinking about doing and are growing faster than you. So that's really what I want you to change gears in terms of, opportunities rather than challenges. So you can use the online world to find those go-to people and places that were probably very hard to find before. So for example, reaching out to very high level people is very easy, and I can prove that to you. You just go to an event right now on LinkedIn and you will see in the list of attendees, there's probably some very high flyers there that you would never meet before in an event unless you really went to a very specific event. Usually you would have to pay a fee, etc. Now you can reach the same people pretty much in any webinar or event if you search long enough. So it's a question about searching and finding the right event and identifying the key attendees. So there's ways to really hack the online world to find those opportunities even better than before. And that's really the message, is that you can go even further than when you were networking in person if you just focus on maybe one tool. So I use a lot of tools. There's LinkedIn, there's Shaper, there's Clubhouse, which I'm not on, but I know it's a huge opportunity as well. So you just have to pick and choose one and just be regular, start doing something regularly, and you will see great results. So it doesn't really matter which way you meet people, if it's going to be in an event in person, if it's going to be online. The whole idea is to keep communicating with the outside world. So again, I really break that down now. This whole idea of, well, we're only online now, so there's no opportunities. It's false. There's going to be opportunities in any kind of situation for those who can see beyond. So it's, again, all a question of, do you look at the glass as half full or half empty? Yes, there's people losing jobs right now, changes in the industries. At the same time, you have more millionaires and billionaires than ever. So again, in times of crisis, you have the winners, the ones who can see beyond, and you have people who are stuck with their old way of thinking. So I want you to really keep that in mind. Number two, with networking, it's really something I talk about in my course, How to Network Like a Boss, and I will put the link below for those of you who want to know more. Basically, you need to think about what it is that you want out of life. So networking for most people is going outside of the comfort zone, and usually the pain of going there is tougher or is thicker than to see the objective and what you get out of it. So that's why you need to work on your higher goals. I use visualization a lot. So again, it depends. For some people, it could be materialistic objectives, and there's nothing wrong with that, of wanting to be, to grow in terms of having maybe more traction, being the go-to person in your industry, basically making it big, to just summarize it. Then other people will say, well, I want to have a bigger network because, and I had used the example of someone who had a network in recruitment And this recruiter used that later on to create a program for people who are suffering from cancer. So if you have your higher goals, you're not just networking to get a job or to maybe get a few clients. If you look at the bigger goal, like I want to network because if I have a bigger network, at some point I can create programs to help the poorest or to help children or to help animals or to help ecology or whatever your thing is. You can use networking to really gather people that have influence to reach out to the world and to create big things. It's going to be tough to create big things by yourself because at some point you need other people to give you a hand. So if you look at it that way, it's going also to create a different energy inside of you where you're not just reaching out to the world or going online to network just to get a new job or something like that, which again is not maybe enough motivation, but you're going out there because you have a bigger objective in your life that you want to have this network, and later on you can maybe create something of value for others and create again some synergies, maybe create a club, maybe again helping the more the less fortunate people in this world. So think about that a little bit. That's going to help you. And again, I talk about this in the beginning introduction of my course. And number 3, in terms of helping you with networking is, go out there with positive energy, thinking about how you can, reach out to the world and create value. I always tell people give. So that's really the 3rd tip, is just give out, just go out there and say, you know what, I just see this person is needing a tip, so I'm just going to type that in. I just see, just this person just started posting something and I'm just going to share it. So all you have to do is just provide value, just give, and most of you are in a situation where you can do that. Even if you're unemployed right now, you still have your knowledge from your past positions. It's easy for you to share a post, to like a post, to send a quick link to someone that you know. So those are things that you can do with no training, no preparation. You're just sharing things. You're just basically providing things without asking anything in return. And you'd be surprised to see the different energy. Then after a while, people start also sending you things and liking your post and sharing them. And that's going to help you tremendously in terms of your online networking effort. So it's really a no-brainer, no training required, to just give out and give your energy to people, give your time. And that's usually enough to get started. And that's the biggest advice that anyone can give in terms of boosting your networking potential. So I hope this was helpful. Again, I built a course about networking, which is part of my career courses in the club. You're welcome to read about that. I'll post the link below. And if you have any questions, post below the video. I will talk to you soon.